What up? It's your boy, I'm just playing. It's Skinny Jeans on TV on the Break Bread podcast. Welcome to episode 19. We are slowly coming down to the wrapping up the year, and there's a few things that I want to talk about. I want to talk about how 2019 is going to make it so hard to actually knuckle down the top 10 list. Now, these lists always come out. A few blogs put them out. A few people tweet about them. Here's my top 10. I say it's going to be hard to put out a top 10 list because, one, we're looking at the activity of the artists, we're looking at the albums that have dropped, you're looking at the endorsement deals, and a top 10 list is going to be very controversial this year because not much has happened in terms of previous years. Now, previous years, lots of activity, brand campaigns, brand deals, artists dropping, collaborations, music video, concerts, tours, and all the stuff. And the list was always kind of debatable and debated. I just think that this year is going to be quite tough. It's going to be tough because the fans are not stupid anymore. Fans, because of digital and social media, now are more clued up like you have no idea. I was actually quite astounded to actually figure out that these days people are actually asking artists, why isn't the music dropping? Which has become sort of a theme in this podcast from episode 16 to now, because fans are demanding this excellence from artists, and I think artists aren't giving that. So when we look at the top 10 list, I think you should ask yourself this question: who deserves to be in this list? What have they done? What have they not tweeted, but what have they actually done? Because it's hard. It's hard to think about a top 10 list because not much of the music was out. The moves, SA Hip Hop wasn't the same as compared to other years. So for me, like as a curator, I find it difficult to even think of topics coming to top 10 artists in 2019 because what's the criteria? Some of the big artists have been sleepers, which brings me to another point that maybe this is the time where independent artists can actually start winning. The independent artists could actually start getting into the noise and making a sense of what's happening. A guy that I think should be doing the most with this opportunity, few guys. A guy that I think could make a statement is Focalistic. I think Focalistic has given us a few tracks. The Major League EP tape was dope, but Focalistic is one single away from doing damage in terms of raising his stakes to going to the top 10 list. I think someone else that has got an opportunity is A. Reese. I think A. Reese for 2019 can come and actually be a force to be reckoned with. I think he's cooking in the kitchen and the music should be happening right now. I think A. Reese has got a massive opportunity, and these are a few artists because the point at the end of the day is that it's going to be hard to rate a top 10 album or even album of the year if you think about it. I mean, I put Youngster in there, I put KO in there. Who else has released an album? Can't even think on top of my head because it's been that bad. Excuse me. But the albums are going to be hard for next year. I think DJ Slick also dropped, so album of the year. But these albums need to make noise, right? Because the Metros are coming, the Summers are coming, and they're going to be very debated because not much has been put out there in terms of the traction. Because guys, I'm rambling on because at the end of the day, I was in the time where I saw the impact of SA Hip Hop. No jokes. I saw when albums and tracks made the streets sing their praises. I saw brands jumping onto hip hop. So believe you me when I say that things are bad, it's because they're bad. Because come this time, we know the smashes that are coming up. We know the albums that are coming up. Smash albums and smash singles that are coming up. But now it's hard to talk about it because it's like the projects get released, then they trend, they hit number one on Twitter, but it just seems like there's something in the middle that's not happening. Or maybe the fans have moved on to other genres. I don't know what's happening. But at the end of the day, when you think about a curated top 10 list from any of these platforms, it's going to be hard to digest and decipher what the artist truly deserves. So let me know what you think on why it's going to be hard to think of a top 10 artist list come end of the year, and why it's going to be even hard to think about albums of the year, because the work and the traction of SA Hip Hop is not the same.